The Elves and the Shoemaker. Once upon a time, in a cosy little village nestled between green hills and whispering trees, there lived a kind-hearted shoemaker and his wife. They were poor, but they were honest and always tried their best. The shoemaker worked from sunrise to sunset, crafting shoes with great care, even though he barely had enough leather to make a single pair at a time. One chilly evening, the shoemaker looked at the last piece of leather on his workbench and sighed. "This is all we have left," he said gently to his wife. "I will cut the leather tonight and sew the shoes in the morning." His wife gave him a warm smile and they both went to bed, hoping tomorrow would bring better days. But oh, when the shoemaker woke up early the next morning, something unbelievable had happened. There, on his workbench, sat a beautiful pair of shoes. Not just any shoes, these were the finest he had ever seen. The stitching was perfect. The leather shone, and they looked like they had been made by magic. The shoemaker and his wife were amazed. Soon, a customer walked into the shop, saw the shoes, and immediately bought them for a good price. With that money, the shoemaker bought enough leather for 2 more pairs of shoes. That night, just like before, he cut the leather and left it on the bench. And once again, the next morning, 2 pairs of perfect shoes appeared like magic. This went on for many nights. The shoemaker left leather on the table, and every morning he found more beautiful shoes. Word spread through the village, and soon people were lining up to buy his wonderful shoes. The shoemaker and his wife were no longer poor. They were happy and grateful, but also curious who was making these magical shoes. One snowy night, the shoemaker and his wife decided to stay up and hide behind a curtain to find out. As the clock struck midnight, they heard a tiny pitter-patter across the wooden floor. Peeking out, they saw 2 little elves. They were no taller than a teacup and wore ragged clothes. The elves climbed up on the bench, took out tiny tools, and worked together so quickly and skillfully that it looked like a dance. In no time at all, the shoes were finished. The shoemaker and his wife were touched. "They've been helping us all along," whispered the wife, "but they don't even have proper clothes." So the next day, instead of leather, the couple laid out 2 tiny outfits, little shirts, trousers, and even tiny shoes, handmade with love and care. That night, the elves came again. When they saw the clothes, their eyes lit up with joy. They put on the new outfits, twirled around with delight, and clapped their tiny hands. Then, with a happy skip and a wave, they danced out the door and disappeared into the night, never to return. But the shoemaker and his wife never forgot the elves. Thanks to their kindness and help, their lives had changed forever. And so they continued making shoes with love, always remembering the 2 tiny friends who had once worked through the night to bring them happiness. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to watch some of our previous tales and don't forget to like and subscribe. The end.